Hello, Kiana Sage here from Kiana.com, KIANNAA.com. This is the Being in Sync 366 video series, and today I'm talking about how to strengthen your energy field. And I thought, there's a lot of things. Most of the time, when people have issues at all, recurring problems, patterns that are crazy, it's always going to come back to vulnerabilities in their energy field. So, but there's so many ways that we become vulnerable. I thought I would give you two things that you could do to strengthen your energy field. And I think they seem like common knowledge, but you would be surprised at how many people are wavering away from these things. So the first thing is be unwavering in the truth. And this seems like common knowledge, but a lot of people get into dynamics, whether it's at work or with family or in relationships, where they omit the truth. Or this is the key, this is what happens with a lot of people, is that they actually align with mistruths. So they do not confront or address a truth that doesn't align with them. And therefore, they go silent, and that silence becomes consent. I don't know if a lot of people realize that silence becomes consent, and therefore it goes against your inner congruence. So you must be unwavering with your truth. Now, your truth may change. And let's hope that with awareness and higher levels of behavior changes, that your truth actually does change. We want people to align with their personal truth. The key is that you must walk in your truth even when it's uncomfortable. That's when it's most important to be in alignment to your truth, is when it's difficult. And, we've gone through the whole pandemic and, COVID, and people had a lot of polarizing ideas, and they got shut down from aligning to their truth. Absolutely is a priority when creating inner strength and strengthening your field, that you are in alignment and are walking in accordance to the truth. The truth as you know it to be in that moment. If it changes later, so be it. That's okay, but you must be in alignment to truth. Um, and that truth is not an ego based truth. So you shouldn't get into anything polarizing, because obviously everybody has different truths. And we want to be accepting of other people's truths, just like we want our truth to be accepted. But the key is that you're unwavering with truth and walking in accordance to that. That strengthens your field immediately. So I wanted to give an example of when other people have opinions of things that you don't agree with. Um, you don't want to be silent, because that silence weakens your field. If your truth is that you're not in agreement with that, that needs to be known. Now, does everybody need to know your truth? Absolutely not. But if you're silent is, and this happens in business meetings all the time, well, it's not worth it to say anything because they're just going to do what they do anyways. This is not about that. This is not about changing people's minds, having them do something or behave different. This is about you being in your truth and being in alignment to it. That strengthens your energy field. That will so a lot of times in energy fields, there are rips, tears, holes, fractures. There's all kinds of things that happen in the energy field. When you're aligned to truth, those things start to get strengthened, and they build. They build back. Okay. The other thing that I wanted you to be aware of, so it's aligning to your truth, and also not doing behaviors that are detrimental to you. So self-destructive. You don't want to have anything that's self-destructive, obviously. And I was thinking, what is the best example I can give? And I think that is how people speak to themselves. So I'll use something, a very simple example of, playing pickleball. And pickleball is huge out here in California, all across the world, really. But what I've noticed with some of the pickleball players that I've met is their self talk is very destructive. They get mad at themselves, they curse at themselves, they're harsh on their inner dialogue. And you really don't want to do that. So you want to have really pay attention to how you're speaking to yourself and how you're also speaking about others. So self-destructive behaviors that are like really common knowledge would be addiction, right? Addictive behavior. So maybe if you are one of those people that takes social media to heart and you get really upset and emotionally unbalanced when you read posts or read political things, well, then that would be self destructive for you, and you would not want to do that. If you are somebody who indulges a little bit too much in alcohol, or you frequent toxic environments, let's just say you go to casinos a lot, or let's say that you're go to the gym and it's really not a clean environment. Like those would be self destructive behaviors. And you would think, well, going to the gym should be a healthy behavior, right? But it's not always a healthy environment. So you want to know, is does the place feel good when you walk in? Like I know as a telepath, I can hear people's thoughts. The gym is the loudest place I've ever been where people are speaking to themselves negatively. And it is so uncomfortable as a telepath. Now, I've had to learn different techniques in which I can go into those places and it doesn't bother me. However, I'm bringing this up as a self destructive behavior because you would think going to the gym and working out would be a good behavior. But what happens is people become so acutely aware of their body and their and what they like and what they don't like, and they go into that negative self talk again. So it becomes a self destructive behavior. So if you're doing things from a place of, I want to be healthy, but you have a negative approach to it, you want to watch that dialogue within yourself. So I'm sure you can have examples of other self-destructive things that you might do. But if you do, write it below and help other people out because a lot of times people are doing self-destructive behaviors and they're not aware of it. I'm just giving you the most common that I see. So, cheers to being in sync. I am Kiana Sage and I guide people to peace. Have a beautiful day.